Are you with me again this afternoon? Brilliant. Okay, so today I think on your induction sheet it says rotations, is that correct? Excellent, because that's what I've set up, so I'm pleased that's what you're expecting to learn about today. So, rotations. So if you're not familiar with rotations, basically, I know obviously you've been working in the libraries now for a little while, and I'm sure you'll appreciate that all different libraries in our county are different sizes, and therefore they hold different quantities of stock. So because of that, wherever you live in the county, you don't always get to access all of the stock that's within our service within your local library. So because of that, what we try and do is circulate the stock on a regular basis. It's basically called a rotation programme, and that's what we do. But in order to do that, the principal librarians will basically assign or go through a list, and those particular items will be flagged up as needing to now rotate to another library, and therefore we need to find those items on the shelves, do our big treasure hunt, find all of the items, and then we need to basically make some notes about where which libraries already have those items, so that we don't send duplicate copies to a tiny library somewhere in the countryside. And then we'll make a note of that, and then when the principal librarian comes in, they will have a look through all of our notes and assign the items to the next library, and then we'll send them on like that. So today, the rotations, we got them this morning in the meeting. We were told that there was a big printout for multimedia. So it's DVDs and Blu-Rays, I think is what we've got here. So I've already gone around the library and found everything. So we've just got our big pile here that we need to work through. So are you all right, a bit like we did last time, if I explain everything and demonstrate it? When you feel comfortable, do you want to jump in and do some of the steps? Yeah? Great, brilliant, okie doke. So what we'll do then is we need the computer, because that's how we look up on the catalogue which libraries already have these items. I need we'll need some post-it notes, so I grabbed some post-its just before I started. Just need to get them out. Oh dear, I'm going to make a hash of this, I reckon. Oh, aren't these sometimes just the hardest things to get into? In the bin, and then I need my pencil case, and we will need a pen. I think we'll go with one of these handwriting pens, they're quite useful. We will need a pair of scissors, and then just in case, we'll use a highlighter as well. So pop that over there, and then the only other thing we might need are these here. These are our sticky labels. So we'll see whether any of these have already got sticky labels on them, but if not, we will put them on, and we will put our information on there as well. So, okie doke, let's give this a go. So, first item we've got is Rebecca, and the adaptation from the Daphne du Maurier novel. Have you seen this before? Yeah, I thought you would have. I love Laurence Olivier. I love everything. I love every film that he's ever been in. I really enjoy his work, and I think he's very good as Max de Winter in this. So let's just check that we've. Yeah, disc is all intact. Good condition, excellent. So I'll pop that back in there. So right, let's look it up. So Becca. I wonder if that'll be enough for it to find it. There we go, DVD. So you see here on the screen, it just comes up, says Rebecca, DVD, and then if you click on F3, it brings down all the locations, and you can see there's our copy there. But what you can also see is the other libraries that also have copies as well. So we need to, on our post-it note, just stick that to the front there, we need to jot down the other libraries that have it. And for this, we use the 3-digit code for our library. So I'm sure you've been introduced to this 3-digit code system. Every library's got a 3-digit code assigned to it, which doesn't seem to make any sense when you're trying to remember them. But believe me, after a while, you will get used to it. So let's have a look here. Which libraries have we got? So it is 101, 147, and 83. There we go. Right, and that is literally all you do. You just write down and post it like that, and then you put it to one side. And actually, thinking about it, this is why I got my scissors out. Sometimes, if you've got a really popular release, then you will find that you might be writing down 20 codes or something like that. But with something an item where there are fewer copies in the county, you actually find you don't need to use a whole post-it note. So for this, I've cut it in half. So we'll put the half on there. There we go. And then I just need to check whether this one had a sticky label. No, it doesn't. So this is just an extra. This is just an extra information for the receiving library. I'm just gonna let's have our sticky label here. So we just write down the title, which is Rebecca. We write down one disc, so that in case the disc and the case get separated, they know that they're only looking for one disc, or they're looking, trying to track down one disc. And the item number as well, which I just need to refresh my screen quickly, is 201439. There we go. So peel that off, pop that on the inside there. We can pop that to one side so it goes on the shelf for the principal librarian when they come in. Okay, next item is another classic movie here. It's a bit dusty though, I don't know if anyone's borrowed it for a while, so that'll be good when it finds its new home. Blithe Spirit. This is directed by David Lean, and really, please borrow it. Please watch it, it's so brilliant. Rex Harrison, who's wonderful in it, but also Margaret Rutherford, who, what might you know her from? You might have seen some of her Agatha Christie films. I mean, her Miss Marple. She plays Miss Marple. But she's been in loads of things, and she's wonderful. She's just the most wonderful character actor. There's a picture of her on the back there. I don't know if you can see. That's Margaret Rutherford. But anyway, so Blythe Spirit. Let's just. So I just need to come out of there, go back into the catalogue, and Blythe Spirit. Yeah, there it is. Comes up straight away. Let's see how many locations there are for this one. Oh, just 2. Us and the library up in the north of the county. So that number is 99. Okay. Let's just have a check. Look at the disc. Yep, all looks great. And this one needs a label as well. So let's write down Spirit on the disc, and the number. Our number is 21247. Okay. Yeah, it's quite a simple task actually, and it's fairly, you know, when you've got sort of 15 minutes or something in the day and you want to sit out in the workroom, this is quite a nice job to do. And it just clears the pile a bit, because they do add up. The rotations can happen on quite a fairly regular basis, so it's nice to just move them through the system so that we don't have loads and loads of them on our shelves. Right, next one. This is an interesting one. Oh, it's quite heavy as well. This is Here's a Health to the Barley Mow. It's a BFI edition. I'm always really interested in BFI DVDs and Blu-rays, because they have some really interesting things. This is double disc, remastered. Oh, so it's like lots of folk customs, like basically footage of folk customs and ancient rural games from Britain. Yeah, that's got my name written all over it really. But let's have a look inside. So it's really heavy, so I'm just wondering what's in here. So we've got, oh, look at that. Big, very comprehensive booklet with this one, which is nice, and it's in good condition. Sometimes these go missing, so it's really good to see that. There's also a BFI catalogue in there. We'll just leave that in there, and then we have, oh, these ones are great. So we've got 2 discs. I'll be surprised if there's another one of these in the county. Let's have a quick check. Okay. Yeah, ours is the only copy. So in that case, we don't need to. In fact, you know, I was going to say we don't need to, but let's do it just to be doubly obvious in what we're saying. But what we'll do is we'll just write, we don't need to write our code on it because it's obvious that we've got it, so we'll just put a big X on there, which means that ours is the only copy in the county. Yeah, so sometimes what happens is if it's the only copy in the county, but for whatever reason they find that it's not being borrowed, it doesn't mean that they'll get rid of it. The last copies in the county are quite important, especially if we're the only library service in the country that has a copy as well, because we can lend through interlibrary loans. So this might end up going into our reserve store, into our stacks. But yeah, Librarian will decide about that, see what they prefer to do in that scenario. Right, next one is The Shop Around the Corner. Yeah, it's Ginny Stewart and Margaret Sullivan. This is quite interesting actually, because the back of this, they must be Korean. It's all in Korean. I think it must be because it says on the back here about subtitles being in Korean, English and Spanish, so I'm presuming that that's Korean. And it says on the top here, I was going to say that if you weren't aware, this is the original You've Got Mail. You've Got Mail is one of my favourite films. But this is pretty good as well. I have seen this because, you know, if you love You've Got Mail, you've got to try and see this film if you can. So I think I was just looking there to see if, yeah, all good. We'll need to write out a sticker for this, because it doesn't have one, but let's just check the copies first. There we go. Yeah, only 2 in the county for this as well. So the other one is 99 again. Yeah, quite often with items where there's only a few, you find that there'll be one that's going around the smaller libraries like ours, and then there'll be one that's living at one of the main libraries in the towns. So I said we needed to do a sticker for this, so let's just quickly do that. So our copy is 8. There we go. Okay, right. Next one we have is another one of my favourite films. This is Kabi Kushi Kabi Gum. Oh, please, if you've never seen a Bollywood movie before, or if you've never seen this film before, I highly encourage you to watch this. It's wonderful, and it's got so many famous Indian actors in it. So I don't know if you can see there. There is Kajol, and then we have Shah Rukh Khan, we have Amitabh Bachchan, Kareena Kapoor, Hrithik Roshan. I'm not very good at pronouncing the names, but I do know who everybody is. And this is just one of those sort of sweeping saga type films, all about family. Wonderful songs, like really good songs you've probably heard, because they do get played quite a lot. But yeah, absolutely love it. Love this film. So this is a Blu-ray, and yeah, it's in great condition, which is really good. Right, shall we see how many copies of the county there are for this? Let's just come up there. There we go. Okay, four copies in the county, so I'm just going to post it and cut this one in half as well. So we've got okay. Right, that's done. And that one already. Do we have a sticker? Yeah. No, that one's already done. Okay, next one. Oh, it's got a slipcase. So it's nice the slipcase is still intact, because again, not often are after so many borrows. This is Summer Holiday, starring Cliff Richard. Brilliant film. Ooh, I'm surprised these are still in here. Got some postcards by the looks of it. Some stills from the film, that's nice. Keep those safe in there. And that Blu-ray is looking in lovely condition. Yeah, if they're a bit dirty, then we've got our cleaning materials in the workroom, so you can just give it a little clean, but it is difficult to try and keep discs clean for a long time. They do eventually wear out, and if you do have someone that returns a DVD or a Blu-ray and says that they can't play it because of the condition, then just give them a refund and see if you can order them in another copy, because it does happen. And you know, just as with most items, they all have a shelf life, and at least they're being watched, and at least the books are being read, and if they end up in poor condition, that's normally a sign that they are well loved. So can't complain with that, really. Right, got my post-it note. Let's just look this one up quickly. Summer holiday. Oh, there's lots of things called summer holidays. I just need to. Oh, in fact, I'm going to need to go to page 2 for this one. Ah, there it is. There it is. And is that the DVD? Oh, that's the DVD. There we go, Blu-ray. There we are. Right. Oh, there's a few libraries have got this one. So, got 201 476 533 147 224 779 and 830. There we go. Oh, I saw the sticker inside that one. So do you know what? Why am I sticking it to this bit here? We need to put the slipcase back on, don't we? Is that going to stay on my arm? Let's see. Right, let's pop this back on here. There we go. And pop our post-it on there. Lovely. Okay, a few more to go. Oh, another Bollywood movie. This one is Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Again, with some really, really good songs on it. So another Blu-ray. Yeah, actually that's Shah Rukh Khan there again. And we've got Kajol there. And who's the other? Oh, is that Rani Mukherjee? Is that Rani Mukherjee? Doesn't look like Rani Mukherjee, but yeah, Rani Mukherjee. She's brilliant as well. Rani Mukherjee is in Kabhi Khushi Kabhie Gham as well. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I love Shah Rukh Khan, and actually I love all the actors that are in there. So yeah, I have seen a few of these films. But you know, right. Okay, let's look this one up. Yep, there it is. Okie doke. I'll need to cut this one in half too, because there's only 2 in the count here, so we can use that. Right. Okay, and those numbers are, what have we got? 224 again, and 830. And we need a sticky label for this one. So just move that over there so I can write it out. So it is Kuch Hota Hai, 1 Blu-ray, and the item number is okay. For the pile, I think we're about halfway through. So next one, another weighty one again, and this is the Civil War film by Ken Burns. So this one's got multiple discs in it. how many hours of 11 hours and 30 minutes. You only get to borrow it for a week, so hopefully whoever borrows it gets to renew it so they can watch it all. I mean, I know Ken Burns' documentaries are addictive, so I'm sure somebody would enjoy watching that, but that's quite a big ask to get it all watched in a week, isn't it? But anyway, let's find out where this Blu-ray lives in the county. Oh, my screen keeps going to sleep. Right. I think I'm going to have to put Ken Burns in here as well, because otherwise I think we're going to have a million titles come up all called the Civil War. There we go. Right. Okay, locations. Oh, only 3, right? So, us. Okay. Don't need to do a sticky label for that one. That can just go on the pile. Next one also has a slip case. So we've got Singing in the Rain, another Blu-ray. Take that off. It's just got some promotional material in there, and the disc, which is in looking like pristine condition, which is good. Pop that back in there. Need to chop another post-it in half. Without the G on the end, isn't it? It's singing with an apostrophe. Let me try that again. Okay. There we are. Right. Okay. Oh, there's a few in the county, so we've got 201, 99, 474, and 320, and us. And no, this needs its own sticky note, so let's write that one out. Singing in the Rain, 1 Blu-ray, and its number is, oh come on, it's losing its charge. Okay. 4, 2, 1. Right. Just open that quickly. Ooh. Put that one there. Take that top off there. Stick that on my arm. God, can you hear those seagulls? Let's try and get the slip case on here. I don't want to damage it, but sometimes they're a little bit tight. Come on. There we go. How many we got left? Oh, not many. Right. Next one we have here is the Count of Monte Cristo. Is this? I think this is a French adaptation. God, look at all those 5 stars on the front there. Wow. I've not seen this, but I do like the novel, so I think I probably should. And I did watch the mini-series that that was out recently, and I really enjoyed that one as well. So I need to get onto this really, don't I? Let's just open this up. Yeah, all fine. Let's look this one up. Got a few to flip through here because it's bringing up every edition of the novel. There it is, right. Shots of these. A few. This is a bit newer, so I think that's why there's a few more here. So 201, 99, 473, 455, and 601. Lovely. And this one needs a sticker as well, so let's do that quickly. This is Count of Monte Cristo, 1 Blu-ray, and its item number is 4603. Okay. Okay, next one. Got a few more and we are good for time, so let's see if we can get through this whole pile, because if we can, we'd have cleared the shelf, and that's amazing. So this one is also Blu-ray. This is The Smallest Show on Earth. Yes, I have seen this film. Yes, I love it. It's one of my favourite films. It has got, who can I point out on the front here? Margaret Rutherford, who I was telling you about right at the beginning. She's in this one too. That's her down there. Just there. And then we have, this is Trevor, what's he called? Bill Travers. Bill Travers, not Trevor Howard. Bill Travers. Bill Travers, and then that's Virginia McKenna. And Bill Travers and Virginia McKenna were married to each other. And then we also have, this is, where's Peter Sellers? Peter Sellers, I think. Yeah, I was trying to remember which one he is, because Peter Sellers in this plays a lot older than he was at the time. This is Peter Sellers down here, and then this is Bernard Miles, and this is a lovely film from the 1957, about a couple who inherit a flea pit of a cinema and have to try and get it running, and it's just brilliant, just love it. So anyway, let's have a look and see. Yeah, if you want to borrow any of these, just put them to one side, or you can take them out on a ticket. And that's, yeah, one of the perks of working for the library service is that you get free rentals, so take advantage. Right, and then looking at the highlight, that's what I'm doing first, so let's just, there we go, right. Smallest Show on Earth. There we go. Let's chop that in half. I think 1.5 more of this will do it, so that's good. Next one we have got is Little Shop of Horrors, the director's cut. And yeah, this is an Alan Menken, an Alan Menken musical. And yeah, you know, Alan Menken did Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and all of those. Yes, my favourite. This is probably one of, if not my favourite musical, one of my favourite musicals, but one of my favourite sequences in this is Steve Martin as the dentist. That's just brilliant. Every time I have to go to the dentist, that's the song that's playing in my head. But let's have a look. Let's see how many copies there are. I can imagine there's probably quite a few. few, but there's enough for our half of a post-it, which is good. So let's just jot these down. Lovely. Okay, 2 more left. Right, let's get this one done. This is Yankee Dan. Yeah, I always get those words in the wrong order. Yankee Doodle Dandy. There we go, Yankee Doodle Dandy. Another really brilliant musical with Jimmy Cagney. There we go, open it up. This one needs a sticker, I can see straight away. So let's look that one up. Do you want to come and stand here? And you can just, you can read out the numbers to me if you like, yeah? You feel okay to do that? Brilliant. Okay, so you can see here, yeah? I'm just going into the catalogue. So I just need to get rid of the last entry, and then we're back onto our search screen. So you just type in like that, press return. Get all these catalogue entries come up here. And then you just keep pressing the down button until you find the correct entry. So you can see there, Yankee Doodle Dandy, and it's the Blu-ray, so that you know it's the Blu-ray there. And then you press F2, gives you all the item locations there. So do you want to read them out to me? And I will jot them down. That will be very handy, thank you. Get these last 2 done quickly so that you can get onto your break in just under 3 minutes. Okay, ready when you are. Yep. Yep. Lovely. Brilliant. Thank you. Anna said I need to do that. So let's just do that. So I'm just going to write the sticker out so you can see here you get 3 in a row. So just going to write on this one. And it's one Blu-ray. But what I need you to read out to me is the item number. Yep. 664, yep. Brilliant. Lovely. Thank you. Right, so let's peel it off. Open the case back up. Stick it down on the inside. Close it again. Okay, last one. Right, are we ready for this? Let's see if we can do this in a minute and a half. Fisherman's Friends. Fisherman's Friends. Another Blu-ray. Yes, you can see here it's in great condition. It's been watched a couple of times. It's got a couple of smears on it, but it shouldn't affect anything. Needs another white label, so let's give that a go. Yeah, I've seen Fisherman's Friends, the real Fisherman's Friends, live. They're really, really good. I really enjoyed it. They're amazing singers. Right. Fisherman's Friends. See if it'll come up. There we go. Blu-ray. Locations. So, okie doke. Let's read that one out. Can you read them out to me again? Thank you. Lovely, thank you. And I just need to do that white sticker. In Port Isaac, yeah. That's right. No, I didn't see them there. That would be amazing to be able to do that. Oh, have you? Oh, mate. Oh, did you know? Or did you just happen upon it? Oh, even better, just happen upon it on a lovely sunny day. Can you read the item number out to me, please? Thank you. Great. Okay, right. Let's just pop that in here. And we are done. Well done. How does does that feel? Do you feel like you could? Yeah, absolutely. You have no problem doing that yourself, absolutely. And as I say, you know, it's a nice job to do when you've got some time, when your timetable to come into the workroom and you just see a pile of them there, and then you know what to do. You can just look it all up, write it all down, leave them there, and then when Sally's in next, she'll go through all of those and decide where they're going to move on to next, and then we'll get all of our load that will come in from one of the other libraries, which is quite fun because then you get to look through and see if there's anything that you'd like to borrow and watch as well. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Oh no, you're very welcome. No, I'm glad it was of use, and I'm pleased that you know what to do now when you come in next time. All right. Yep. I'll catch you in 15 minutes. All right. Have a good break.